Hold on to your waffles, Hawkins enthusiasts, because Stranger Things Season 5 is on the move. On January 8th, Netflix stirred up the excitement on X, sharing a black and white snapshot of the Stranger Things cast, all set with the message, "This is Code Red. Stranger Things 5 production has officially begun." Ever since we were left hanging after Season 4's mind-blowing finale, everyone's been eager to dive back into the supernatural drama of Hawkins. What will happen to Max? Is she gonna make it? Will Eddie become the new enemy and be puppeted by Vecna? Because, come on, take a look at his tattoo. This is a wyvern, a type of dragon from D&D, a demon's head, and a black widow spider. And hear this out. The black widow spider is also the exact same spider that a young Vecna became fascinated with and kept as pets, and what ultimately inspired the shape of the Mind Flayer. Furthermore, these tattoos are only increasing our madness over the theories about Eddie returning as Kaz the Bloody-Handed. And if this isn't backing up the Kaz theory, I don't know what will. Anyway, that is just one of the most exciting parts of the Stranger Things finale. Because the next thing I'm going to tell you will blow your mind away. You ready? Stranger Things Season 5 reveals bad hope for Will Byers' survival. And throughout this video, we are going to uncover the nerve-wracking reason behind that. So stick around and keep watching.
This is amazing. Did you paint this? Yeah.
Stranger Things season finale will have a strong focus on Will Byers. In an interview with Collider, the Duffer Brothers let slip some exciting details about Will's role in Stranger Things Season 5 by hinting that Will's deep ties to the Upside Down and his personal journey, including his sexuality, are going to be key parts of the new season. In their own words, they said, "Will's going to be a big part and focus, is really all I can say of Season 5 in his journey," Matt Duffer hinted. He added, "We're starting to see his coming of age, really, which has been challenging for a number of reasons, some of which are supernatural, but you're starting to see him come into his own." This brings up some big questions, especially after that chilling moment when Will touches the back of his neck. What's the real deal with Will's connection to Vecna? And why was he the chosen one to be taken in Season 1? Well, let's deep dive into this. Stranger Things Season 5's crazy Will's faith. A sneak peek from the set of Stranger Things Season 5 has fans buzzing with theories, especially about what the future holds for Will Byers. Ross Duffer, one of the show's creators, dropped some behind-the-scenes shots on Instagram on March 22nd, wishing Will a happy birthday. But it's not all cake and candles for Will. One picture shows an older Will, which isn't too surprising, but the next photo has everyone talking. It captures Noah Schnapp, who plays Will, on the ground in what looks like Castle Byers, and there's a twist. A young actor is behind him, covered in those special dots used for digital face replacement. This clue hints that Season 5 will take us back in time to Will's storyline from Season 1. But why revisit the past? It's usually not a good sign. Remember, Max Mayfield relived old memories when Vecna targeted her in Season 4. With Will's deep connection to the Upside Down and Vecna, he might be facing something similar. From the get-go, Will's disappearance set everything in motion in Season 1. But as the show progressed, his spotlight dimmed a bit. Despite returning from the Upside Down, he's had a tough time reconnecting with his friends, showing that his ordeal left a lasting impact even up to the end of Season 4. Moreover, Will's lingering connection to the Upside Down and Vecna spells out his crucial role in Season 5. Noah Schnapp teased a bigger focus on Will Byers, sharing with Forbes, "The show started with Will, and it'll end with Will." It sounds like we're in for quite the journey with Will in the final season, giving fans a lot to look forward to as we say goodbye to Hawkins. What we think is happening with young Will in Stranger Things Season 5. It's no secret Will's got a special connection to our big bad, so the idea of Vecna going after him isn't far-fetched. So why the flashbacks to the Upside Down for Will? There are a couple of thoughts floating around. One, these could be creepy visions Vecna's using to mess with Will, reminding him of his scary time in the Upside Down. Or these flashbacks could be a hint that Will's in real danger, maybe even facing his final moments. Shows often use flashbacks like this when they're about to say goodbye to a major character. But wait, there's a silver lining that might keep Will safe. What if he's remembering something crucial from the Upside Down that could help the Hawkins crew finally take Vecna down? That would give Will a big role to play in Season 5 without having to say goodbye to him. Why Will needs to survive in Stranger Things Season 5. In Stranger Things Season 5, the fate of Will Byers is a hot topic, and here's why he shouldn't meet a tragic end. From the very first season, Will's journey has been anything but easy. He's faced the terrors of the Upside Down and continued to struggle through Season 4. Will, just as much as Eleven, deserves a shot at happiness. It wouldn't feel right for his story, filled with challenges, to end with him being taken away by the very monsters he's been fighting against. He made it out alive in Season 1 for good reasons, and Season 5 should honor that, not end his journey with a sacrifice to Vecna. Furthermore, there's also the significant development in Season 4 where hints are dropped about Will possibly having feelings for Mike. While the show hasn't explicitly confirmed Will is an LGBTQ+ character, the implications are there. Having Will's story end in tragedy would not only be unsatisfying but could also reinforce the bury your gays trope. This pattern, where LGBTQ+ characters are disproportionately killed off in stories, is something Stranger Things should steer clear of to preserve its legacy. What will happen in Stranger Things 5? In the latest chapter of our favorite spooky series, something huge happened. Vecna, the big bad, kicked off his plan. Because of what happened to Max, a giant crack opened up in Hawkins, right by the library. And now the Upside Down, that creepy place we all know, is starting to take over Hawkins. You can see it right away when Eleven steps outside, and everything looks like it's dying, with weird snow and red lightning everywhere. Now, you're probably wondering, what's next? What's going to happen in the next season? Well, the creators, the Duffer Brothers, spilled some beans. Before we dive into the future, they shared a bit about the next season's feel. On the Happy Sad Confused podcast, they said, "It's going to feel a lot larger in scale than Season 1, but we want to go back to a lot of things we did in Season 1. A lot of original groupings and pairings. There's something nice about coming full circle." So it sounds like the next season is going to be big, really big, but also kind of familiar, like a trip down memory lane with all the adventures and team-ups from the beginning. Theories for Stranger Things Season 5. First of all, let's start with a bang. Some fans are whispering that Will might share powers with Eleven and Vecna. Flashback to when he vanished into the Upside Down. Could it be that he came back with some hidden abilities? The first shadow dropped some major hints. It revealed how Henry, Vecna, got his powers after a stint in Dimension X, coming back with blood that was, let's say, more than a little unusual. And those pregnant women who received blood transfusions from him, their kids ended up being the test subjects. And here's where it gets interesting. Will had a pretty rough fall from his bike right before his disappearance. Could an injury have opened the door for him to gain powers? If he did, maybe his influence reshaped the Upside Down into a mirror image of Hawkins, all as a way to cope with his trauma without him even realizing it. Moreover, the connection between Henry and Will is hard to ignore. They're both outsiders, creative souls who've had their fair share of run-ins with other dimensions. And both have been under the microscope of scientists after their otherworldly trips. Given these parallels, it's not too out there to think the Duffer Brothers might have given Will some powers too. And we can't forget Will's ongoing bond with the Upside Down, the Mind Flayer, and Vecna himself. This connection surely must have changed him in some significant ways. So, what's your take? Are we just spinning our wheels, or could there be some truth to these speculations? Could Will really have powers? Jump into the comments and let's unravel this mystery together. Maybe, just maybe, we're on the brink of uncovering something huge. And after that, let's move on to Vecna will still be the villain in Stranger Things 5. Well, this is a no-brainer. Vecna isn't done with Hawkins just yet. At the climax of Season 4, we saw Nancy, Steve, and Robin teaming up in the Upside Down, aiming to put an end to Vecna's reign of terror. They were close to success, but as fate would have it, Vecna slipped away, vanishing into the shadows. Will Byers, back in Hawkins, shared some chilling insights with Mike, saying, "Now that I'm here, in Hawkins, I can feel him, and he's hurt. He's hurting, but he's still alive. It's strange knowing now who it was this whole time, but I can still remember what he thinks and how he thinks, and he's not going to stop, ever. Not until he's taking everything and everyone. We have to kill him." This confirms that Vecna's still a threat, wounded but far from defeated. Furthermore, Jamie Campbell Bower, the actor behind Vecna, dropped a significant hint about his return, telling The Hollywood Reporter, "Let me put it this way. I know about Season 5. Take from that what you will." This almost assures us Vecna will be back to haunt Season 5. Lastly, after the globe-trotting adventures of Season 4, which took our heroes from Indiana to California, Nevada, and Russia, Season 5 promises a return to where it all began. The Duffer Brothers have confirmed everyone is going to be back in Hawkins, gearing up for what could be the ultimate showdown against Vecna and the dark forces of the Upside Down. The stage is set for a dramatic return to Hawkins, where it all started, with everyone banding together to try and kill Vecna's dark dominion once and for all.